Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Screen Nation. I'm Solly. Nice to see you. Today, I'm going to be reviewing 1917, directed by Sam Mendes. 1917 is a film about two soldiers, who have been given this message to send to the 2nd Battalion that is at the front line about to fight the German enemies. Now, the reason why they've been given the message to send to the 2nd Battalion is because the 2nd Battalion, 16,000 of them, are actually walking into a trap. So it's at the army's best interests to go and save them. Now, what makes the story interesting is that these two soldiers, one starred by Charles Chapman, who is Tom Blake, and George MacKay, who stars Wolf Schofield. By the way, they're both Lance Corporals in the army. So it's Lance Corporal Tom Blake and Lance Corporal Wolf Schofield, right? Well, basically, the Tom Blake character, he has a brother that is actually on the front line with the 2nd Battalion. So that soldier is his priority to try and save his brother, like no matter what. So these two soldiers go and basically have to go past the front line of the war to actually get to the other side to tell them, look, don't fight, it's a trap, it's a trap. Yeah, that is the basis of the story in a nutshell. It's very straightforward, and it's just very straightforward. It's very straightforward to the point. And so that's the basics of the story. Yeah. Now, because it's war things happen in there. You know, you have people getting killed, and some scenes I won't go into because it's a film where I don't want to be a spoiler to it. It's a really, really well thought through film, I feel like. The thing I liked about it is that when you're watching the film, it feels like there isn't really a change of scene. It feels like you're following the characters through the whole duration of the film without scenes cutting. Like it's kind of like very, very interesting how they shot it. I felt like I was walking with the soldiers from beginning to the end of the film. And because that was a good way how the film was shot, I believe that I didn't even realize that the film was an hour and a half long. To be honest, it felt like the film was half an hour to me because I was that gripped through it. In terms of the character stories, there wasn't much, like, they never gave much background to the characters in the story. I mean, they gave a little bit about the character, the lieutenant, the Lance Corporal, Tom Blake. They gave a little bit background to his story. You know, he's got a brother, he's got a family, he's got a mum, you know. But the other character, the other lieutenant, there's not really much story behind him. So they kept it very basic in the terms of, you know, like backgrounds into the character. They just kept it very straightforward. Like, they've got to do a mission. They've got to complete that mission. And everything just seems to be going wrong for them from beginning to the end of their mission. Now, this film was a Golden Globe award-winning film, and Sam Mendes got Best Director for this film. And I can understand why he got Best Director for this film, and I would say for you to understand why, you actually have to go and see the film. Now, I don't like war films. War films don't really interest me. I mean, you know, you've got classics like Pearl Harbor, Saving Private Ryan and stuff like that. I'm not really into war films, yeah? But this one, the way how this film was shot, I love a good story. If you've watched my channel, you hear me talking about a good story. This is a straightforward story, but it's a very good story, yeah? Now, all of that said, yeah, it just comes together really well. Now, this film is a film, if I'm rating for like intense excitement and action, I would say there's always something going on. So it's great. I mean, the story is basic, but because of the time that they had filming this film, it's not a 3-hour, 4-hour film, so it's not enough time for you to actually get bored. Yeah? So, with all those said, I would give the film easily a 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah? I would say that the billboards and the advertisements that they have about this film, saying this film is fantastic, exceptional, and all those good ratings they have, I would agree with them on this film. Most films, I don't believe billboards, I don't believe newspapers, because they're all getting paid, yeah, for advertising, you know, and saying a film is great, you know. But this film, I'd say go and see it. It's worth a good watch. There's a lot of action going on in the film. There's a lot of there's a lot of action, and the way how it's shot, and you know, the problems that these soldiers face throughout the film, you know, and the tragedies that happen in the film. It's expected with war, and I thought it was brilliant. You know, it's weird because there wasn't much investment into the characters. I find it strange that at the end of the film, I kind of had an emotional, like, feeling moment, like when, you know, the message had been delivered to the other side. And yeah, and the message was delivered to the other side. I won't say more than that because I don't want to be a spoiler to the film, yeah? But, and to find out that the story was based on Sam Mendes' grandfather's, you know, real life experience of delivering a message, I think really got to me, because it's like, although the film is, you know, semi-fictional, but to know that there's real life, real truth into the things that happen and the things that are said, and certain scenes in the film made more sense to me, knowing that it came inspired from someone's real war stories. There's only a certain amount of that can be fake if you watch the film. So I'd say go out, see the film. It's a film worth watching in cinema. If there's any cinemas that are showing it in 3D, if there are any cinemas that are showing it in these new fancy 4DX experiences, or, you know, ones where you can hear the surround sound a bit differently and your seat shake and stuff like that, I'd say go and see it there. It would really intensify the experience. Yeah. I don't like war films, but I love this war film. Go and see it if you can. But a shout out to the best supporting actor to this film. The best supporting actor, I would have to say, is Mark Strong. He plays Lieutenant Joseph Blake. I mean, he nailed it. He nailed it with that. I've always liked Mark Strong, but the way how he played Joseph Blake, he just made me giggle. made me giggle. It wasn't really a comedic scene, but it's just, he plays his role so well. So, you know, best supporting actor of this film, I would have to say Mark Strong. Please like, subscribe, share my reviews, and you know, I'd love to see you again if you like my channel. Take care. Thanks.